Now, in my 15 years of being a human being, I have certainly run into people who I would love to see get run over by a 2019 Chevy Silverado. Here are some examples. People who stick gum under the school desks. People with big egos. People who don't cover their sneezes. Adobe. And this dude from 6th grade. Let's call him Eugene. And to put it simply, Eugene was just a trash human being, bro. Like, there's no other way to put it. No, actually, there's probably a ton of ways to put it, but I just can't say it on YouTube. But regardless, this man will make it his life mission to antagonize me every chance that he got. For example, one day we were all chilling in art class, and you know that day, it was pretty cold that day, so I had my beanie on. And no one really cared that I had my beanie on. No teachers gave me problems about it. But Eugene did. So I was chilling, drawing on assignment, whatever, and this dude, Eugene, walks up from behind me, rips my beanie off of my head, throws it on the floor, and says, "We're not allowed to wear hats indoors," and walks off. So naturally, I started cussing this dude out at max volume. But y'all know those caddy things that be in the center of the art tables, and they had all this art supplies in there? So while I'm cussing him out, I picked up the caddy thing and flung it at this loser, bro. And when I finished doing that, teacher kicked me out of the classroom. The next day I get called to the office and I get locked up in detention for the next few days. Now, when I finished serving my sentence, let's fast forward like a few months later or so, where it was me and the boys chilling in choir. And the choir room was huge, bro. There had to be at least 60 kids in there. One of which was Eugene. So me and the boys is in the choir room just chopping it up, you know, just having a nice little conversation, just chilling. That is until this dude Eugene from the completely other side of the choir room starts yelling out stuff targeted towards me. And I can't even repeat what he said on YouTube, but all you need to know was that it got me mad, bro. I walked up to him, again, started cussing him out. And the teacher heard and saw all this play out. Now, I'm going to draw how the choir room looked like, but I was sitting at like the far end of the classroom while Eugene was sitting in the middle. But when the teacher heard what Eugene said, she moved him to the very front of the classroom. And when she did that, the entire choir stood up and then started performing. And I was sitting there. I didn't stand up because I was super mad, bro. Like, you should have seen me, bro. I was furious. So anyways, I didn't stand up. And of course, she was going to write Eugene up, you know, send him to the principal's office. He was going to get in trouble for what he said. But again, I didn't feel like that was enough, because this dude has been antagonizing me since the beginning of the school year. This time, I'm getting my get back. So I stand up, and now the tables have turned, because I walk up behind him, and I put this dude in a headlock, and I start beating his face in repeatedly. This all happened while the choir was still performing, by the way. But anyways, I'm here trying to turn this dude's nose inside out, but he manages to break free of my headlock. And when he stands up, the only thing between us was this chair. So he pushes me. So I tackle this dude over the chair, and then it gets to the point where we're just wrestling on the floor. But I managed to get on top of him. And then I just start lighting this dude up. But then bro just pushes me off of him, and then I just start kicking this dude in the face. But then at this point, the teacher manages to break up the fight, and we get kicked out of the classroom. Now I get placed on one side of the hall, and when I look up, I see Eugene stepping out of the classroom. And this dude's face is just completely red. And he was also holding his arm like it was about to fall off or something. So Eugene gets placed on the opposite side of the wall. And then we kind of just sit there just ignoring each other until the principal comes over. So after talking to the principal and telling him what happened, I get sentenced to 3 days. But Eugene also got 3 days. But obviously, you can't put two dudes who just fought in the same room together for a few days, because the first dude is going to beat the crap out of the second dude for round 2. So that meant Eugene had to serve his sentence first. So after talking to the principal, I go back to class and I just chill for the rest of the day. Oh yeah, my boy Gabriel, who I was talking with before the fight started, he told me that he recorded the fight and that he was going to send it to me. And not gonna lie, I was hyped. Like, it was my first fight ever, and I was excited to see the video because, you know, it was a special moment, you know what I mean? So about a week later after the fight, he sends me the video. And all this dude recorded was just me and Eugene walking out of the classroom. And not only that, but it looked like he recorded it on a potato. Bro, did you record this on a Nintendo DS? Nah, bro, what? This is some high quality video. What are you talking about?